A dead man on a beach. No wallet. No ID. Every label cut from his clothes. And in a secret pocket, a scrap of paper that ignited one of the greatest mysteries of the 20th century. For 70 years, nobody could name him. Nobody could explain how he died. Then, in 2022, science finally cracked the case, but the answers only raised darker questions. It was December 1, 1948, in Somerton Park, a quiet beach suburb of Adelaide, Australia. A couple out for a stroll spotted a man slumped against the seawall. He looked like he was sleeping. He wasn't. When police arrived, they found something deeply strange. He was well dressed, but he had no identification of any kind. And every label in his clothing had been carefully cut away, as if someone had worked hard to erase his identity. The body that refused to be named police began the painstaking work of identifying the mystery man. His fingerprints were sent around the world, including to the FBI, where Director J. Edgar Hoover personally confirmed no match existed. His photograph was circulated across Australia and the United Kingdom. Nobody recognized him. In his pockets, investigators found a train ticket to Adelaide and a check-in stub for a suitcase at the railway station. Inside that suitcase, more clothes and again, every label removed. A tailor guessed his coat had American origins, but that lead went nowhere. The man's face was so distinctive that police made a plaster death mask of him, hoping someone would come forward. Nobody ever did. The inquest ruled his cause of death unascertainable, though experts suspected poison, a poison that leaves almost no trace. The Tamam Shud scrap here is where the mystery gets truly bizarre. Months after the body was found, a pathologist re-examined the man's clothing and discovered a hidden fob pocket sewn into his trousers. Inside was a tiny rolled-up scrap of paper printed with 2 words, Tamam Shud. It's Persian, from the final verse of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, an 11th century book of poetry. Tamam Shud means it is finished. Police knew the scrap came from a specific edition of the Rubaiyat and then, impossibly, that exact book surfaced. An anonymous man handed it to police, saying he found it tossed in his parked car the night before the Somerton Man died. On the back cover, written in pencil, was a phone number and beneath it, a strange string of letters that looked like code. The number traced to a woman named Jessica Thompson, who lived in the Adelaide suburb of Glenelg. When police showed her the death mask, witnesses said she recoiled in horror and swore she had never seen the man before. And the code? For decades, cryptographers and intelligence agencies have tried to crack it. Nobody has ever produced a convincing decryption. Spy, lover, or broken man. The Cold War was just beginning in 1948, and the case screamed espionage. No labels. Hidden pockets. Undecipherable code. A possible poison that leaves no trace. Many believed the Somerton Man was a spy, perhaps a Soviet agent, perhaps someone silenced before he could talk. The Persian phrase only added to the intrigue. But there was a more human theory, too. Jessica Thompson had a young daughter, and there were whispers that the Somerton Man was the girl's father. Her son-in-law later told researchers that Thompson had admitted the mystery man visited her home and that she knew exactly who he was. Investigators also found an unlabeled box near the body containing a comb and toothbrush. Scrapings from those items suggested he may have suffered from a rare genetic condition. The pieces pointed to a man carrying a terrible secret, a secret someone wanted buried with him. 70 years of theories for more than 7 decades, the Somerton Man became a canvas for every kind of story. Some said he was a jilted lover who came to Adelaide to find the woman who broke his heart. Others insisted he was a silenced intelligence asset. The unbreakable code was called the key to a Soviet cipher. The Tamam Shud scrap was called a suicide. Note: the case inspired books, documentaries, and endless internet rabbit holes. In 2021, police finally exhumed the body, hoping modern DNA science could do what 1948 forensics could not. And a year later came the bombshell that seemed to end it all. The name, Carl Webb. In July 2022, Professor Derek Abbott of the University of Adelaide announced that he and genealogist Colleen Fitzpatrick had identified the Somerton Man. Their breakthrough came from an impossible source: strands of hair trapped inside the plaster death mask for more than 70 years. From that hair, they extracted DNA and built a family tree of around 4,000 names, eventually matching the mystery man to a distant relative. His name, they claimed, was Carl Charles Webb, a Melbourne-born electrical engineer who had left his wife around the same time the Somerton Man appeared in Adelaide. Webb loved poetry, which explained the Rubaiyat. He liked betting on horses, which may explain the mysterious code, perhaps just a list of racehorse names. He was a man who walked away from his life, possibly chasing a lost love, and died alone on a beach. Police launched their own investigation to verify the claim, and in 2026 told reporters their report to the coroner was nearly complete. The 78-year-old mystery may finally be officially closed. So was it espionage, a broken heart, or just a sad accident of history? The DNA evidence points to Carl Webb, a real man with a real life, not a spy novel character. But even with a name, the deeper mysteries remain. Why did he come to Adelaide? How did he die? What did the code mean? And why did Jessica Thompson react to his death mask with such shock? The official report may close the file, but the legend will live on. If you love a mystery that refuses to die, hit that subscribe button. Every week, we dig into the strangest stories history has to offer. Tamam Shud, it is finished. Or maybe, just maybe, it is only the beginning.